Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that the Mariners, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning. They said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one down vote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with it.
Rocket, cold.
But look who they said that the problem. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's been attacking our whole national. So it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said, I said, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty. Now, I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I have wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video. And he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Who's a monster? Who a monster?
Mm.
Oh, I guess we live. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Thank y'all all for tapping in. What's on the agenda today, family? I got to get some sleep. I got home. I went and got some sleep. I'm gonna try to get out my feelings. I got some sleep last night. I wasn't all the way happy. You know, I'm trying to. I was in my feelings last night. It was a lot of little BS going on. I've been watching. I'm gonna show you how rough it's been for me. And we're gonna get to the what's the name family, but shout out to Concrete Jungle in the building, Mama Quill, Andre Holland. I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't let y'all leave me. They gonna run me to Philly. The lovely Carolyn Hendricks. Let me tell y'all something. Last night, the last couple of days, I've been watching Tucker Carlson and what's my man name? The governor from Arkansas, Mike Huckabee.
Oh,
I've been watching their interview. Lord have mercy on us all. What's up, the lovely Beverly Biggs Levy in the building, and we got the lovely Debbie Clark, one half for the Wonder Twins, and what's up? The lovely Angie Mack has touched down. I'm gonna put a teller on you. We can get some content. I'm watching y'all do it, but we gotta do it the way I know how to do it, Matt. I've been watching that Tucker Carlson and Huckabee. Is that his name? Am I saying it right?
Huckabee.
Mike Huckabee. Lord have mercy on us. What's up, Blind Intelligence? I commented on your show the other day. Yesterday I was watching. I even watched his. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. I watched that Mike Huckabee and Tucker Carlson interview, man. Dude, I'm even more lost today than I was the other days. Because it was making sense. and I got confused.
The fact that you just said Tucker Carlson makes sense after 2016 kind of confuses me.
I mean, listen. Like I said, a broke clock can be right twice a day.
Yeah, I
And
guess
it
a
was,
blind squirrel can find a nut.
yeah, even they say, like moments to tell me, even a pig can find an acorn and slop. But the
Mm.
moral of the story was when he told Mike Huckle because they battling. Now both of these is Christians. They assume. I think Mike Huckabee he is Zionist Christians as he proclaimed, and Tucker Carlson was oh no problem. Linda Chilton, thank you for tapping in, beloved, and Granny G. When he told, I'm just saying, I was just listening to that conversation, but when he told Mike Huckabee, he said, "Well, listen, let's just do." He said, "We didn't crack the code. Let's just do DNA testing to see if if the one saying they the Jews is there saying if this land if they some kin if they some if they go back to Abraham said let's do the DNA testing." Man, that whole thing. Man, that whole thing, Mike Huckabee. Wanda Smith, thank you for tapping in, beloved. And Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning, everybody tapping in. When I seen them two, man, go back and forth, and they was like, and then when Tucker Carlson told him, he said, look, man, BB them from Eastern Europe, I was like, yep, here it go. It's about to go. When they said DNA testing, hey, let me see what Deborah Loon. Good morning, the lovely Deborah Loon. She said Tucker Carlson interview with that January 6th guy running for political position was very interesting. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, Boo 88 881. Thank you for tapping in. I'm looking at man. Listen, I was just looking at it like you can tell we're in political season, man. I'm saying on the national to local. Michael B, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. You could just see how people is posturing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can see it because allegedly, I'm not all the way for sure, but they're assuming. I could be wrong. Hey, you know what, Deborah Loon? I'm gonna tap it out. If you don't mind, send it to me. I'm gonna check it out. But that Tucker Carlson, listen, like I say, some of the stuff, I guess he is pissing off a lot of conservatives. But listen, that interview with him and Mike Huckabee, man, it was something to see. It was something to see because
Like,
huh?
I can't stand Tucker, especially since he seems to be best friends with Vladimir Putin. I'm like, man, uh, mind you, you guys know my view on Russians and the Russian government. So, yeah, after that, I couldn't watch, man. I mean, I didn't really like him in the first place. His voice is kind of nasally. So you're kind of hitting me with knowledge here. Like, you're
Nah,
telling me stuff I don't know about because I
I don't.
refuse to watch Tucker.
Listen. I watch all of it. I'm not gonna be just get it from one side. I'd like to go look at all of it and then go do some comparing. Like I like to
Last
go
night,
back and look at it.
I was watching Wartime Stories, which is ghost stories from service members. And the stuff I stumbled upon was Giants, which had me enraptured for like 3 hours. I couldn't stop paying attention. That was my happiness.
Yeah, everybody get it their way they look at it. I just I was just looking at this though. I'm not gonna lie. That conversation, him and Mike Huckabee, it was it to me I thought it made a lot of sense. But I'm knowing he not going he they probably hate him right now, let me tell you. Cause some of the stuff that they were saying didn't make even it didn't make sense. Like and I give you one because I just pulled it up. What's up, the lovely Sherry Allen? Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Miss Karaja Smith, thank you for tapping in. Man, when he broke up, like when he was opening up fires to Jeffrey Epstein stuff and a lot of the stuff that's been going on, I didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, with Lone Boat, it was a conversation. It was an interview that they had. I liked it, the interview. Tasha Lynn, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Everything you may be saying may be right allegedly. What it says, Tucker is compromised father's ex-CIA buying property in Quaidar. And I don't trust anybody that came from big media. Well, this even make it more interesting, though, because when you hearing some of the stuff that's going on, how can we? I just ain't understand how our ambassador don't know what's going on a lot of the stuff Mike Huckabee was saying. I don't get it. I mean, whether if you like a person or not, when you seeing them have an interview, it made. What's up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis? I mean, it just it to me. It made a lot. Listen, I'm just listen. I enjoyed it. I looked at the interview because it brought some stuff up that made some sense. I'm just saying, I did check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, Avis Hopkins. Good morning. I'm just trying to wait till everybody get in because I know what y'all want to talk about. But I just thought that it's an interview. To watch Tucker hardly said anything. Oh, I could believe he not gonna say nothing. Like, listen, you can like a person or don't like a person, but I'm just saying some of the stuff how they going in on the Epstein files because it brought up the one guy how he was able to leave the United States. They got caught up in the a pedo sting in Las Vegas. And they were saying how he was able to get let out. But the other people, remember, I was bringing that stuff, said other people, but he was able to leave. Then he talked about, it was a long end, about 2 hours.
There
he talked about, what's the one guy, the spy that worked, that was part of he was in the CIA. And he, David Pollard, is that his name? Pollard. And he was saying, how did Huckabee have an interview with him? What's up, B. Marie? Thank you for tapping in. Hey, listen, I might, B. Marie, I'm glad you said so. Hey, it'd be a good watch. It opened a lot of questions up. It opened a lot of stuff I've been looking at. Good morning, people. Yeah, I see Anthony Hudson and switch parties. I wish him well. I might, you know what? I'm gonna try to reach out to Anthony Hudson, Trevor. We can get him on about 30 minutes. I mean, listen, it's election season.
You don't want to talk with me.
Like, I believe
he's made that abundantly clear.
He might have made that abundantly clear before. Somehow I believe he want to come and talk now. I believe he's willing to come and talk now. I just got a feeling.
I spoke with him
recently,
about a month or two ago.
I'm willing he want to talk now. I'm willing to bet he'll talk now.
Sure.
I'm willing to bet he'll talk. Look, all I can do is throw a leaflet out there, throw a flyer. You know what I'm saying? If he, you know what I'm saying, maybe we'll see maybe something in the near future. So maybe in March we can set something up. Come on, send him a link, give him about 30 minutes. I mean, listen, Lone Boat remains skeptical no matter. I know facts. I mean, but listen, I thought it was I thought it was a good religious. To me, it was a lot of things that I thought it was a good aspect on religion, on what they was talking about, on far as who owned the land, like DNA, like what I thought was interesting when Tucker said, let's do DNA testing to see who really is, entitled to this land. Because they was doing a lot of biblical, you know what I'm saying, on it. So I was like, it was interesting when him and Tucker Carlson was talking about. I mean, you know what? Blind telling shit all of a sudden now want what to talk. I think he probably, because I think he feel like he catching hell from the Republican Party. Listen, when your party, when you be, as they call it, excommunicated, right now he catching hell and I'm truly believing, my humble opinion, he probably feel like he catching hell from the mainstream media. What you think?
I don't know. I know that he was ahead in the polls as just ahead in the polls, period. But I don't know, man. Like when it came to him, things just don't seem to add up for me. But who knows? If he wants to come on and try to share some light on it, that's cool.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. See, as you witness, believe me, it's people. Demetria Payton, thank you for tapping in, beloved. Lawana Terry, the lovely Lawana Terry, thank you for tapping in. See, listen, I look at it like this. I'm not. I get it. You might find friends, people, but shit. I mean, some of the stuff I did. I went back and watched this video. Like, I kind of get what he was saying. Like, far as how people in the background, how they be already the clicks, because we talk about that. And you know what I'm saying? And it is, listen, when you part of a party, it's always gonna be some people in the back pulling strings. That's just the nature of the business. And everybody probably not gonna go with your belief. And that's why he probably excommunicated. I'm not gonna say some of the stuff like you said. You saw a video of him. He was in the store grabbing some stuff,
A
right?
hardware store grabbing some
So
rope.
that's
Said, treason, grab the rope. I'm like, shit, if I said something like that, if I said some shit like that, number one, last time I even hinted towards something like that, I had a Reddit account deleted. If I were to say anything like that about Flint or politics and say on YouTube, I would probably have cops knocking on my door, red flagging my ass. So yeah, no, I can only go off of what I see him doing and then what would happen to me if I did it.
I mean, but that's like down there selective politicking though. If we're gonna go by that on it right there. Now, not you know what, Deborah, I did see it come out and watch that one. No, that's like because then we can go back to the January 6th thing. We saw them go ahead and storm the Capitol, but that only certain selection, I mean, part maybe the Democratic Party feel like they was guilty. A lot of people feel like wasn't nothing wrong with that. And that's why I'm getting with Anthony Hudson stuff. Even though Anthony Hudson, what he was saying, but wouldn't America, ain't this what it's known for is protesting? Like, don't you have I done seen plenty of people say, don't tread on me. Maybe he feel like the Republican Party is getting away from his belief, what he think the Republican Party should be. I'm just saying.
That could be possible. I'm just saying, like, he and the Genesee County Republican Party, which, mind you, I don't like them at all. I've had issues with them in the past. I went to one of their meetings and I saw who they were and I walked away from them. I decided to go fucking candidate at large rather than working with them. So, I mean, it can go either way. Yeah. Just saying, like, that's one of those say la vies.
Yeah. No, I mean, but no, hey, blind until I see what you're saying, good brother. I think he wanted to come before. It's just like Anthony, because like I said, he was down there at the JED protest when we was down there, but that thing kind of got co-opted into so many different other things where it wasn't really supposed to be. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really when, and then especially when it went down there to Dearborn, like, don't get me wrong. Like I say, but you can see so many different things. Cause the way I look at the Democratic Party right now, it's like they haven't done anything. And we have people on here tell us vote Democrat every time. And we do. Like I tell you, I won't have to put the banner across the bottom saying I voted for Kamala.
We voted 2 years and that banner is still relevant.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I know it is. But we have to look at it being, is the Republican Party, because you have a different view of the Genesee County Republican Party.
Yeah, I
and
don't
that's
like
what
them at all.
You see what? And then I'm saying Anthony Hudson got his opinion about the Republican Party. Like I said,
most of his grievances seem to stem from Genesee County Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them,
mm-hmm.
Which, if that's the case, I don't blame him. But now it's turned into a he said, she said, and don't know what to do about it.
That's the reason I would want to interview to see, like, because I would want to hear his opinion on it. Like, able to sit, I mean, bring him on maybe 30 minutes, see what's his, let's see if he have some of the same things that you had or something similar. Because I can tell you with me what I'm disgusted with the Democratic Party about, like how they not doing nothing for us. Even with this situation with the Flint water crisis, how they finna tell us Facts. What the real case he said is he asking to come on, to you to come on your platform, say yes for a nice donation. Facts. Because I want to know. Because like I said, because I think he might be. Is he talking about his beef with the Genesee County Republican Party and not the whole Republican Party? That's what I need.
Give me a second. Let me look him up.
Because I would like to know. It would be interesting to hear what his grievance is with. Because I mean, they got to get in the paper and put their grievances out on him.
He is definitely using some AI. All right.
That's just in the video, the Republican Party, with the one with him and Jason.
All right. So I've got his response right here. Let's make sure his comments don't have anything in it that's going to get us demonetized, flagged, or any of that fun shit. Because people on Facebook just do Facebook things. All right.
Yeah, put it up here. Let's see. Oh, that's okay.
I'm issuing this statement to address the recent press release from Genesee County Republican Party, dated February 21, 2026, which mischaracterizes my actions and statements. The GCRP's release focuses on allegations of threats and intimidation while largely sidestepping the substantive concerns I have raised about transparency, accountability, and the treatment of grassroots conservatives within the local party structure. My criticisms have centered on issues such as lack of openness in decision-making process, the marginalization of engaged Republican voters, and the need for greater internal oversight concerns shared by many who feel disconnected from party leadership. The invocation of law enforcement agencies, including Burton Police Department and Michigan State Police, over what are fundamental political disagreements represents an unfortunate escalation. Notifying authorities in this context appears designed more to deter legitimate political discourse than to address any credible risk of safety. No threats of physical harm have been made against any individual or the party itself. My reference to going to war was a common political metaphor for engaging in vigorous ideological and organizational competition, language routinely used in campaigns by members of both parties to describe determined efforts to challenge the status quo. To interpret it literally distorts its intended meaning and diverts attention from underlying issues. Regarding claims of exclusion, the assertion that no one has been declared done or unwelcome at party events does not align with the experiences of myself and others who have encountered hostility, including back-channel efforts to limit participation. Party events may be open to registered attendees in theory, but in practice, affiliation requirements and internal dynamics can create barriers for those who question leadership decisions. If the party stands by its position, I invite the release of relevant correspondence and records to allow for full transparency and public review. This episode underscores a broader challenge facing the local GOP, declaring grassroots engagement, reduced participation, and perceived disconnect from the priorities of everyday Republican voters. Rather than addressing these structural issues through open dialogue, the response has emphasized personal characterization and procedural defense. True leadership within the party and in public service requires welcoming principled debate, not reframing criticism and misconduct. Let me see. My own record demonstrates a commitment to political engagement through lawful public channels. I have never advocated or engaged in violence, and any suggestion otherwise misrepresents my positions. My intent has been to highlight specific concerns related to party operations, including actions by certain individuals in the interest of strengthening Republican principles of integrity and representation. Voters in Genesee County and across Michigan deserve honest, transparent leadership that withstands scrutiny and fosters debate rather than suppressing it. I remain committed to advocating for these values through open discussion, accountability, and a focus on politics that reflect priorities of Republican voters, regardless of party affiliation. I encouraged all involved to prioritize civic engagement grounded in respect, facts, and the rule of law. Genesee County residents merit no less. And then for further inquiries, email Anthony at electanthonyhudson.com. So there's his statement.
Well, that's why he just trying to clear his name, from my understanding of it, what you just read.
Yeah. And
Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. He plays the call to burden police. I mean, I look at it like this. Listen, he just listen. He trying to. From that, I guess he feel the party going away. I mean, they not doing what it want, but it
I mean,
usually that's how stuff be ran. It be ran.
he's got some of the same concerns like I told you yesterday, how they'll swap delegates or not send delegates to conventions, whether it be county conventions, regional conventions, or even state conventions at the Genesee County GOP. The only time I was there, Matt Smith, got chewed out by someone as a representative of the state party for doing exactly that. I think at one point I was a delegate, and I got swapped around in and out, and then I was turned into a delegate at large, and I was like, this ain't worth it. Thankfully, I got sick and had to go home. So, like, I mean, what he's talking about, this has been a thing for a hot minute. It would have been nice had he, because he is resident of Genesee County, would have been nice had he, jumped into this prior to running for governor. Because now, who knows how this is going to affect his run.
I mean, listen, he want to clear his name. That's all I'm looking at. But listen, when you going against a machine, he going against that machine. It's going to be kind of hard to beat it. So he should be expecting it was, far as it was going to be allegations through at him. He had to understand that. He had to understand anything that he said against him, because right now, you think he gonna make them look bad?
I don't think so.
Right. So they're gonna make him look bad. They're gonna have everything at their disposal. The media. So I kind of understand why he probably want to. I get it. He wanted to get it out there. Like, listen, this is what's really going on. But this is really what happened. It's the only thing that kind of throw me off with these political parties. We be going along with so much BS, and then when it happened to us, then we want to holler about it. That's what get me about a lot of this stuff when you're dealing with politics. We be going along with so much stuff, and then when it happened to us, we all like, now you want to tell it. You should never play the game. You should never play. You should tell it from Jump Street. Let me see what Carol said. Sounds like certain party members have their own agenda, as if none of them have stuff in their backyard. I mean, listen, we see that every day. I mean, just on fires, DC down to the state level down to the local level. I mean, but the thing is, you can't play the game with them. I'm not saying that Mr. Hudson or whatever was playing the game with him. It seemed like he been he might have been having a dissenting voice against it. But if you ain't until everybody wake up, one or two people, it's just like you can't, man. When you play that game, it looked terrible. Like I told y'all from last night, y'all see how disgusted I was. To me, like a lot of the stuff that's going on, it seemed like we make corruption seem like it's all right, unless regular folks like myself commit a crime, I'm going to jail. And that's like any other person is right. When we do things, do you understand, family? They will send you to jail for stealing a candy bar out of a store. So I'm looking at a lot of stuff. How if this ain't the truth, it's all about who you know. Ain't no such thing as based on merit. It's about who you know. Cause some of this stuff is just like I said, I was watching in the news. It just, but I tell anybody go back and watch the Mike Huckabee and Tucker Carlson interview. Go Go check it out. And it blew my mind. It like it. I'm not listen, family. I don't want to say it blew my mind, but it was just to see Mike Huckabee and Tucker Carlson, them two having a debate, and they didn't even agree with some of the same stuff. That's what That's what I was looking at the conversation. It's like some things I don't know how we got so desensitized to things that's going on here. I really do feel like we so desensitized on what's going on here in this country, and it make me think like, how can we even say anything about? Let me see the dreamer. Hey, dreamer, thanks for tapping in. Like I said, I'm looking at the spill that happened over there in D.C. That's what I've been really waiting, family, to because Yogi and Anna been kind of tied up. I've been waiting on them to come on. You know what I'm saying, and give us a spiel about what's going on in D.C. about their situation. But just to even think that in America that people can't even have fresh water, that's terrible. Philip Johnson, thank you for tapping in and good morning. It's like we sitting up here having a debate about having fresh water. And it's like, I mean, because it's like I said, I ain't got all of it, but have they even started to clean up as far as what's going on in DC? I'm gonna call Anna and Yogi later on. I am. I mean, it's like it's so much stuff. Ben Harbor got to go ahead for their lid in the water lawsuit. Wow. I wonder how they gonna play that one out. Maybe Ben Harbor gonna learn from how Flint did their situation. But I wouldn't drop in no class action lawsuit with everybody. I wouldn't give a damn if we all had our separate lawyers. That's how I'd be pulling up. They should learn from the great debacle of Flint. Everybody should learn from the great debacle of Flint. Hey, listen, I think they're gonna Philip Johnson said just don't let Nessel handle it. Listen, I think they might do them right. They might feel bad how they did Flint, but it to be honest with y'all, when I was looking at what Art was telling them last night, it was really on our council. It's really on it's on our elected officials from Flint. Why we still in this situation that we in. We can blame Lance and all we want, but until you get people that's really gonna fight for you, only thing the Flint fight for is hide corruption. That's the only thing you gonna get. You gonna hide. Debbie Clark, I wish I could answer that question for you. They said there's been, let me see. I wish I could. There's been bad lawyers and judges all around. Facts.
I have fallen down a rabbit hole.
Lorna, thank you for tapping in. Good morning to you. I'm like I said, family. I don't get it. Like I said, we make it like, and that's why they play games with the Mitchell boys' parents. Hey, listen, they played Philip Johnson, but it was our own going forward. That's what we got to understand. It's our own going forward. Man, listen, I'm looking at the people that's up here that's doing this voting. The people that you put up in there. I want to say that the brother that was up there speaking, they said, look at other cities in Michigan that have bad water. Listen, that got to fall on your leadership. Ain't that should be falling up on your mayors, your governor, your senators. You shouldn't be. What's bad? You paying for your own poison. This was bad in Flint, highest riders rate, and you paying for your own poison. I mean, listen, I couldn't, like I said, I don't put nothing past this council no more. You may be right on that, Miss Tia, but I don't put nothing past nobody no more. I don't know how to how to even look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how to look at it, on how to judge it. I'm just sitting up here. I don't know what to say. I'm telling you, I'm sitting up here. I'm looking at everything, how everything they just pushing to the. I never seen people vote for nonsense. I'm still shook about last night. I listen. Let me see one more. Hey, Lone Boat, I can see that happen. I can see that happen. Y'all about to be paying the AI data center. I can see that happen when you got people all they want is money. That's what you're gonna get into. I can listen. We in a country where you can be a pedo and don't nobody say nothing about it. Don't nobody have not. They're just overlooking and say, "Oh well," but yet you'll go back and charge Bill Cosby for something allegedly that happened back in the 70s and 80s. Send Puff Daddy to jail for what he do in his bedroom. I'm just saying, y'all, just look at it. We can sit up here and play this game all we want. Just look at it. They overlooking all that stuff. No, and Concrete Jungle like last night. I never knew what people would want to sit up there. I never seen some people. I expected it out of Candace. I expected it out of Judy. I expected it out of Leon. I expected it out of the councilwoman in the third ward. I expected them, and I expected them to vote the way they would to cover for Miss Gerald. I expected that. I expected it. But what I didn't expect was the other two would vote for it. For when Candace put that they postponed Geraldine fires her indefinitely. They didn't want to vote to put her off the board. And they went with saying, Candace went to the new thing. She don't trust the media. But how much y'all want to bet she gonna be at them? We shouldn't trust the media when they be going to them press conferences. And if y'all think Tanya ain't came with no receipts, y'all know y'all lying to y'allself. But for nobody to sit up there and say, "Nah, we not doing." The only one was Liddell. I guess she was the only one didn't voted no. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I'm telling y'all, I don't understand this. I do not understand why they constantly want to cover up corruption. But I get it because, some of these people voted when the DDA board did it. I'm just trying to, I never seen it. I don't know how we can just sit up there, but then you be want to call out other people. That's what I don't get. How can you point the finger at somebody when you got a chance to get on top? But did I ever think, hey Alan, yeah, because they down there, they probably on the same on the same what's name. I don't get it with Flint. I don't get it. You'll think people think Flint is like living in on Mahalla Drive or something. I don't get it how people act like the water is bad. I don't get it. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
Sorry about that.
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna shut it down at 10:30 anyway. But I don't get it. Yeah, I don't. Cause I got an appointment. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Like I said, I don't get it.
So from what you told me, mind you, I didn't watch it. I had to run to town yesterday, which is a bit of a drive for me. There was a vote to keep the lady on the housing commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the same.
To take her off.
To take her off. Okay. Same thing, vice versa. Just how the vote went was she stays.
No, they just postponed it. They postponed it indefinitely.
Why?
I don't know. They act like Tanya with Candace, the lying ass president, said like Tanya, they ain't had no information on it. Either them people know this lady, and I get it, because My thing is, you know, when people be knowing, I know the old saying, she probably wasn't the first one who did it because the brother that came down there saying she wasn't she being set up. But it's like, if they was asking for this lady to be off and they already took it to the president, I mean, not to the president, they took it to the mayor. And then, like I'm saying, it's listen, downtown, you see, listen, she still show up to work. The mayor might probably tell her, look, you just need to step down and resign and come off. What up, Rodney Thomas? Thank you for tapping in. I'm just looking at it like Lone Boat. I can see that. I can see that data center, the AI data center coming here. Because you ain't got enough people who gonna speak up against it. Now I can see it not coming out probably in them other places, but if they do offer Flint, it'll be in here. They already saying we got them paying from bad water.
I mean, so Stanley Wood last night did the math because Art let out some truth last night. And basically it comes down to Flint is upcharging the water 650%. Right. What do you think that's going to do with the data center eating up more water? I mean, server racks, you can take a few different ways of cooling them. Same thing about a computer, any sort of electronic. You can use heat sinks, but then you have to throw in a lot of air conditioning and ventilation. Or you can use water cooling, right? Either way, one of your bills is going up. Your water bill, which they're already going to jack up thanks to GLEWA increasing the price, and then Flint is going to hit it with another 650%. Or they're going to jack up the rates of your power bill. I mean, power bill is already going to go up because you just have to power, all these server stacks and the waste heat. I mean, nothing's going to be done about it. It's going up. It's going to be built.
It might do me. It might do me. B Marie postpone or hold to Tanya come back. Period. I'm not for sure, but my thing is they had enough information and time to know the lady should be removed. You had 2 board members down there that was trying to speak that they was just overlooking. I just ain't understand it. Like, it wasn't more conversation on that. To me, it just stopped. I think JWC said something on it once. I think I don't know if Jonathan even said nothing about it.
He usually doesn't use his public speaking too much.
Tomorrow, huh?
He doesn't use his he doesn't use his comment time too often unless it's trying to break down numbers or get numbers to make sense for him when the administration screws him up.
No, because I didn't understand it. It's like all the stuff that was being said, like even when Liddell talked about the trash cans, that nobody else had to. That's what I'm saying. If Tanya, she had to be there to make sure that got in. That's what I don't get. Like, postponing indefinitely, that's cool, but I'm saying they could have voted on that. That was just kicking the can down the road, in my humble
Why are they waiting for Tanya to be there when they were speaking on things that Liddell was asking to be on the agenda, but she was picking up and leaving before it actually came down to it?
We be picking and choosing on what things we gonna go with. I mean, in my humble opinion, I just feel like they could have had more conversation on that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a politician. I'm, like I told you, I was in my feelings. Maybe that was a good thing to do, but I don't know. But I know Candace was lying if she said Tanya ain't sent no stuff, because they said they sent it to Davina, and they said them people been asked for her to come off the board. And all of a sudden, Candace saying the news could be lying. They don't want to get it off the news on what's going on about what's going. One thing was for sure. One thing that it is for sure is that she's paying $50. That's you admitting you done something.
Yeah, from what I heard, someone messaged me, said someone spoke up for her, and she didn't steal it, but she couldn't prove she didn't steal it. And the $50 is just Neely's way of making her look bad. I'm sitting here going like, that's some convoluted shit. Well, when it comes to problem solving, I prefer Occam's razor. The simplest solution is usually the right solution. Like,
Listen, I get it, maybe, and even like I say, what he might have been saying, like I say, that guy, the brother, might have been telling some truth. I don't know. He could be right. My thing, what I was taking it like, if it is, she wasn't the only one who done it. So, well, the bad thing is that it's usually the one who get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. But it's no different than what the DDA board did when that lady got jammed up. Look how Liddell done, they voted for that. My thing is, it seemed like they just keep voting for it's all right for corruption. I'm not saying it can't come back up, but I would have made them have their own 5 votes. It wouldn't have got postponed indefinitely. We'd have just postponed it until you know what I'm saying. We'd keep it in whatever committee we was in. We're keeping it legislation or whatever. We'd have did something like that, but we can't keep going. You know what I'm saying? They're acting like it was nothing done over there, and then to try to shut down. And you heard then like it was like they was just saying it was just allegations. I mean, we know they was trying to get you off, and that's the point that I'm saying. Liddell was trying to do it, but it was, to me, it was like it's just like I said. I don't know. Like I said, I got to sleep on and think about it. I would have just made them. They had their 5 people there. They would have got their 5 votes. I would have made it do what it do. Jonathan, the vice president, he can bring it back on now.
yeah, that is one of the saving lights. Like, for the longest while, you couldn't get a lot of shit done, or at least they couldn't, because Liddell and Candace were in charge of the agenda.
Yeah.
Well, now you got Jonathan there. Maybe we can start seeing some positive things on the agenda, at least until election, because I don't think he's running again. I haven't seen his name pop up. Man, I think he might be saying he's done.
To be honest with you, I don't really care no more if it's a whole new 9, to be honest with you.
Nah, I mean,
I don't care no more.
At this point,
I don't care.
Seeing as Councilwoman Burns isn't running, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter isn't running, Dennis isn't running, and we haven't seen JJ, I'd say, yeah, a whole new 9.
I mean, I don't care, because this has been, good morning, Eleanor Wicker. This has been one of the most dysfunctional, because they can't even get together on their own and know how to negotiate.
Man, they keep trying strong arm instead of, soft power tactics. Soft power, like, I trade, you trade, we both get what we want. Instead, it's I'm going to get what I want and fuck you.
See, this the thing. The real case, he said, and the current employee said they requested for her to be removed back in June. Nothing more is needed. Just resend the letter to council requesting that the lady be removed. But why wasn't like, and it came, so much stuff came up out of that. How Davina didn't reach out to the board members. And once again, family, what did I tell y'all? You see how Candace speaking up for Davina? Candace gonna get up there and gonna say, oh, they didn't check that. How they didn't check them? What, Davina gonna send the emails today or something?
Possibly.
That's what see, this the same thing what happened to Miss Beverly Biggs when Leon voted for her. That's why I keep telling y'all, I wouldn't, but I hope the new 9 come in and vote that clerk office out too. I don't care about what's the name being in there. I would get rid of, man, Flint got to get rid of the whole thing. I mean, they need a whole thing cleaned up.
At this point, Flint just needs to crumple up the old charter, write a new one that covers a lot of the loopholes the old charter was allowing. Like, because the way they're trying to govern this with their governing document is like trying to plug a sieve with toilet paper. It just don't fucking work. You know what I mean? Like, it's a dam constantly leaking that you're constantly behind. There's no way to get ahead and actually start proper governance of the city.
Let me see. Philip Johnson, what was the last time Flint had a good council? You have to ask them. I don't know. I ain't seen no good one, to be honest with you.
Long before I showed up.
I don't know if it, I don't know. You have to ask people before me. when I started paying attention to it, I ain't seen no good counsel. I seen people look back. They'll play each other to the left. They always trying to take advantage. That ain't no type of person. That's you never gonna have a good counsel when you got people trying to take advantage of people of what they don't know. That's not real. That's not real. Like I said, I got something sent to me. An old post I got sent to me. I don't know. I might have to think about it. But I got an old post sent to me. I was looking at it. Flint just been it ain't no been no such thing as a good counsel, man. Which counsel been doing the best for the corporations been coming in? That's what we really should say. Then you get a better understanding.
That's when you're gonna find the last quote good counsel, right? Because they were all agreeing and there was less arguing.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, we're all gonna agree GM gets this tax break. Oh yeah, we're all gonna agree that we're gonna, only buy these certain type of vehicles.
You probably have to go back to the 80s. I'm not gonna say they didn't do like the council people might have did maybe the 90s. I don't know about this recent stuff, man. I'm looking at Flint and just steady going down. I see they trying to fix things around. Maybe the money always been coming like this. Christine Chandler, good morning. Maybe they just I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
Wonder how many...
Not since the 80s. Okay, Debbie Clark, not since. I'm telling you, I haven't seen I'm not been impressed by what they offering right now.
Honestly, the entire political field right now, from local to federal and back down again, as well as 90% of the candidates, I'm not impressed by. It just seems who can ever be the loudest and most obnoxious is the one getting the most media time. Like, I'm kind of done with that. I want to see the quiet person, the quiet politician come up with some solid ideas and argue ideas instead of people. But that ain't American politics no more.
Shit, this is definitely American politics. Ain't nothing changed. The game is set up like this. That's like we sitting up saying right now with the Republican Party. Don't you know both parties know Flint water not fixed?
Oh yeah. What I'm hearkening back to is, mind you, I was a kid in the 90s, but I remember politicians could sit there and have a civil discourse amongst each other while in a debate, rather than, oh, well, you're doing this and you're an evil person and you're this, and then turn it back and, more insults. I mean, hell, I really do wish for more civil politics again, where people can sit up on a stage, even though they're running against each other, without having to throw dirt at each other at every opportunity. And maybe I'm just looking through, rose-colored or rose-tinted glasses here, but the way things are going now, just everyone's so fucking angry.
That's the whole country, Trevor.
That's what I'm saying. American politics.
You know why people angry? Because I think American politics has been exposed for what it was, a game. Because now you see, I'm just telling you, if I was R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Puff Daddy, do you know how mad I would be right now? Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. We like, it's all right. I'm not saying what London I'm gonna do over in London.
London actually just arrested their former ambassador for his ties to Epstein.
And what is the problem here?
I don't know. I would say everyone's tied in with everyone, but English politics is just as tied in, and many of them have noble titles running back over 1,000 years. So they show a lot of favoritism. And goodbye, Nathan or Nathaniel.
Yeah. I know there's gonna always be one fool coming in.
You know what? That's the worst we get today, though. I'm pretty happy.
Cool. I want to see a 9-point plan for Flint. 9 wars, 9. That ain't happening, Miss Tia. They shrinking Flint. People just ain't woke up and realized it.
I mean, so the square mileage of Flint still warrants 9 wards, right? It's over, last I looked, 200 square miles. Okay, it's fairly large in terms of area, but in terms of population, I don't know how you reconcile the two, because in terms of population, you maybe only need fucking 7 wards.
I mean, because you're shrinking it, and which they gonna probably take it down to that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see how you really can stop. And I see what you said, B. Marie. Said I'm hoping first ward residents. Let me put it up here. Said I'm hoping first ward residents be mindful who they select as their representatives. I would never vote for a woman who is supportive of Leon. Pay attention to Deion Freeman when she comes to council. But I don't think people really care, to be honest with you. I don't think people care because there's nothing going to happen.
This might be a hot take, but concerning the allegations on Leon, being a woman supporting him is like being a chicken supportive of KFC, right? Like, it makes no sense to me.
I mean, but that's the thing. But see, that's what I'm saying. You know why they not gonna say nothing? This is why, because there's a lot of other people who got a history. That's why you don't see nobody stepping up and saying nothing. To me, them all. I'm just saying in general.
No, I see Tanya stepping up.
No, I'm not talking about them. I was talking about the Candace, the Liddell, the Judys, LaShawn.
I mean, what would Candace possibly have to fear about speaking up for women? What, something her father did? I mean, you're not your father, so what's the point? Maybe that right there in and of itself would convince you to do right by other women, especially after some of the evils that your father had committed, and now the evils that Leon is accused of committing. But I don't understand. I can't.
I'm telling you why people we then became too desensitized to it. That's just like with the Johnny Carr. I'm just telling you, we appoint. Listen, we do desensitize on what's going on. That's like right now, you got people looking down like, okay, are these men up at the top finna get did? We done had all this stuff coming out. You got Pam Bondi up here saying, oh, it'll break the system down. It's like they showing you.
All my conservative veteran circles are sitting there going, your terms are acceptable. We can rip down the system. The system's already fucked anyway. If the system allows for things like this, and it needs to go away, right? Like, I don't understand a lot of this, like, especially considering those were young girls. Pam, at one point, you were a young girl. Could you imagine that shit being done to you?
Don't care.
Maybe it was done to her, and she just thinks it's normal.
Yeah, but they don't care. They gonna shut it down. They not finna come. Listen, they got too much money. Too many people can be told on. That's probably why you see. That's why they paid the bill for the DDA. That's probably why the mayor allegedly gave this lady Geraldine the $50. That's probably why they want to, because
hell, she can't even say she's innocent because she came out in the newspaper and admitted it herself, and then admitted she still doesn't know how much she actually spent. So why is Candace saying the news could be lying? Like, the woman said it herself. It is a direct quote.
Because Candace get told, she get a script every morning. She get one of these and she had to read them. Allegedly, she get a script when she go there, she know the game she got to play. That's why I said heavy is the head that wears the crown. She wanted to be she wanted to be the president so bad.
Man, she was getting that script beforehand, though, wasn't she?
No,
it's not like much has changed for her.
She was running the 2 guard. Use some basketball terminology. Liddell was running point. Candace then took over and want to be the point now.
I mean, regardless of who writes the script, she still followed the script.
She gonna follow it to the T.
Just
right. Now she got to come out there and speak on it. You don't think Candace want to be reelected?
Oh, I know she does. That's why she's so desperate for that president title.
Constance, good morning.
That she was willing to jump over and work with Dennis and JJ and JWC and Tiny Burns. It's like, I maybe it's just that they're leaving council and they don't care, but they just handed her the re-election. Barring a major upset, because right now during her campaign, she can point to, because she's fallen out with Liddell. While Liddell was president, meetings were chaos. Cops were called, people were kicked out often. And now things are nice and calm. I mean, ignore the fact that it's election season, she's on her best fucking behavior.
Ms. D, good morning. I agree with you, Alan. Said most politicians step down if there's any tiny allegation, but due to Flint lawlessness in Flint, but due to the lawlessness in Flint, Leon Fields, and all
a
of
tiny allegation, not even a conviction, just a whisper of something wrong. Most of them step down.
Hey, you right on that. That's why I do believe with this election. Do I think Neely got somebody else that he gonna run for that second ward? Hell yeah.
I mean,
I keep telling y'all that. It's going to be hard to get LaShawn elected because you're going to have to go back to the pen, allegedly.
Yeah, if Neely's first pick doesn't get through the primaries, I think he's going to go back with LaShawn in the pen. She's his backup quarterback there.
He going to have to do this because I don't think she's going to get through the primary. I could be wrong, and I'll come back on here, family, that next day. Hey, Spragg, what it do? And shout out to Jay and this INA team. I will come back on here and say I'm wrong. Hey, facts concrete. Candace is like Kobe, was sitting behind Shaq. She played the role for a minute, but now she's saying this is my squad. You can see Liddell pissed about it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, she's doing the same thing Liddell was gonna do. If Liddell was in it, Liddell was defending Geraldine. I'm not gonna vote to have nobody moved off the board. Which I think they don't even care about that. The people on the board with her don't want her on the board no more. That's what's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, new one, you may be right. We're gonna wait till April for Neely pick, but I know it ain't LaShawn.
I still think like LaShawn's second choice because he and Liddell are arguing right now. And so LaShawn's second choice. Like she may not realize it, but she's definitely not the first pick of the litter right now.
No, she's not the first pick of the litter.
And she may even be comfortable with that. Like, hey, if he has to go with someone else, he has to keep me quiet. And I've already gotten the stuff I wanted. You know, new siding, supposedly. New windows, allegedly.
Man, he know what he was listening. He know what he did. Like he don't like right now. Liddell, to me, Liddell was his pit bull. He should have seen, and I'm not listening. And it's just my humble opinion. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a fact. It's just my humble opinion. But if y'all thinking that Neely didn't get an okay for Candace to cut that deal with Dennis, I got some oceanfront property on the north side of Flint for y'all, and the bidding starting at $10 million.
Anyway, Constance is asking, is someone running for the fourth ward? Yes, there are a few. Nate being one. I know B. Marie has the name of the other person to look out for running in the fourth ward.
I think it's Tracy Frazier or something.
Frazier, yeah, probably. So there's a couple folks, but as far as we've seen, I don't think I've seen anyone's names pop up in 8th and 9th wards yet.
Nah, I don't know. It might have been. I ain't for sure.
And 6th ward, I don't think I've seen a name yet.
Oh, hey, Alan, a smooth criminal. He to me, he just took the game plan that he was taught, and he just perfected it better than the other ones, in my humble opinion. He read the playbook and knew how to execute it, and he executed it. Philip, I don't know where you go to when everybody on the take. I just hope that the new people come in. Y'all listen.
You go out to the county.
You're gonna have to pray that the people come in that's gonna really want to work for the people. That's all I can tell you. I hope Miss Biggs get in that seat, but with Davina, I don't know. I'm trying to find this video. Hold on, family. With Davina, I don't know. I'm being straight up honest with y'all. I don't know. I'm being straight up. I wouldn't know. I wish I could get it to like. I don't know. Listen, family, y'all. I'm just gonna be just like y'all. I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Oh, here it go. I think I found the family.
You did done found it.
Let y'all see. Hold on. Can you hear? How long? Let me get. Yeah. Here we go. Is that the one I want to use? Is that the one I want to use? It was. It was. Hold on. Let me see. Is that the one I want to use? See, is this the one I want to use for? Here we go. Let me pull it up. This what I thought it was interesting, family. Let me pull it up. Get it right here. Oh, let me play it for you. This was the interview. Oh shit. So let me get this for y'all right quick.
It would be fine if they took it all. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here today.
What would be fine? Well, it's exactly what we're talking about today.
But here's what I don't think
you think it would be fine if the state of Israel took over all of Jordan?
They don't want to take it over.
After some back and forth, Huckabee backtracked on those remarks a bit. Let's watch.
You just said it would be fine with you if the state of Israel took all of Jordan, all of Syria, all of Lebanon.
My bad, family. I just wanted to put that little bit over there where they was talking that. Like right now, Mike Huckabee done calls, he trying to backpedal. They said Neely sat under Snyder and Whitman and learned well. Hey, new one, he did good as I don't know. Crime, there has to be a way to enforce good government legally and make it stick. How can you?
There was a way back when, but you try that now, things get a little sticky.
Yeah, how you gonna change somebody? Family, I'm gonna have it for y'all. I'm gonna get the right video. I'll probably put it on when I come back on with Brother Elliot at 5. No, I'm dead serious. I'm trying to figure out like how can you when has the U.S. government not been crooked? Answer that question.
That's the same question as when has any government not been crooked? They've always all been crooked. Government is just a way of a smaller group of people enforcing their will upon a larger group of people.
And so what you expect gonna happen in 20? Like I'm saying, we expecting something to change. Like even with this situation with crack, who introduced crack to the American population? You see how we getting quiet? Nobody want to answer that question for me. It was introduced through the U.S. government. But that's once, and that's the point that I'm making. It's like, when do we ever think we gonna get some good to come out of this situation? We just sitting there stools pitches. We got to go along with the get along. So Neely really never said squat about the water he wasn't a senator. He was
a state rep.
State rep.
No, he did say some stuff about the water. It was, if you bring your protest down here to Lansing, I'll have you arrested. That's what he said about the water.
But he had to go along with it. It was people in government. You think Neely would have became mayor if he wasn't going along with this situation with the water? They needed somebody that wasn't going to be challenging them, that was going to go along. He getting paid to do a job well done. Now, we can keep sitting up here and hoping that we get some people in, we voting for these people, but I doubt it. Like, you might get something to make a little noise, but is you going to have the votes to do y'all really think these, let's be honest, let me just cut the BS. Y'all really think y'all going to get a councilor or a mayor or a state rep that's going to get in here and go challenge the power? I want to know this. It happened under a Republican governor, and it continue under a Democratic governor. So do y'all really think they really finna fix this water situation?
No.
I mean, listen, we can say what the president can't do, he can and can't do this and that. You know, one thing we don't say what the president don't do when he go mess in other countries. You would think it just show you what we at as a country, man. We don't care about people dying. It's about $1. I don't know why we even sitting up here pleading. I wish I knew how to. If we had our own people, when they say do for self, if we had our own engineers that can come in and fix the situation, this ain't like this. It's a hard thing to do. It's not hard to fix. Let me see what Mark Hudson said. Mark Hudson said, Neely said a lot about water. He sold Flint water pipe to KWA. He was in the room with Freeman and Kincaid. Neely is through the line out on highest water bills I ever seen. It's remarkable. I mean, but look, we keep getting people in here. Who would have thought Liddell would have got up in there? Let me see what Alan said. They were doing experiment on monkeys using cocaine. I mean, using cooked up cocaine in the 70s, released in the early 80s in California across the nation. Yeah, tired of being let down. I'm tired. This is what and we have people like, it's no problem on any of these things going on. It's like we just accept anything in America. Like right now, we accept a person coming in doing this. Signatures can look the same. You know what's going to be said? Nothing. After we was told a write-in couldn't win, what you say? You would think the clerk office so independent. Like everything that we've been told is the opposite. They say one thing and do the opposite. Let me see. Damn, what's something in my eye? Hold on 1 second. I gotta read that. Something got in my eye. Let me see. What Denise said. Oh, new one said, yes, he did. He said it tasted different, but it tasted fresh when he was state rep. Wow. Okay, let me see. Denise Cousin said, I believe that government here in Flint did a big shift when Granholm was governor. The water department has here changed things in 2002 to 04, 10 years before they talk about water wasn't being treated right then. But that's what I'm saying. We just going through continuous thing and ain't nobody saying nothing. They don't. I can't believe. I mean, just listen. I water bad, but look at how it's happening in other cities right now. We hearing about DC. What's that? Maryland, that little DMV area. It's like it's what you get with the president say. Call if you need some help. Did the people in Venezuela call when you took the president? This is where I be talking about, like where I think and be at. Do all them other countries be calling when you want to go over there and do what you want to do? But when it comes to helping your own, you got to be. I got to wait to be called in. I just find some things just crazy. If I'm seeing the people hurting, but these is the rules how they're set up. They break them for who they want to break them for. They uphold them for who they want to uphold them for. You right about that. Until more Flint residents get up and get angry, nothing will change. They know the residents are asleep still. Facts. Hell, United States government know the whole country is asleep. Like right now, ain't the thing today where people got to go down to Detroit, Kalamazoo, going toward the east side. Water smells like dead people, which is a petty fish. Kalamazoo going to the east side, water smell like dead people. It's not that far down the road. Take a shower in Flint and then go to KZU and you'll start itching. Wow. But we got that going on in American cities. Most powerful nation on the country, huh? But yet we let our residents suffer. Listen, Facebook, you put too much stuff. Look, I done seen porn on Facebook and they let it ride. You put something on Facebook, I done been suspended for different things. Tamara. So if they won't let you share, don't feel bad. Listen, I Facebook. I'm telling you, I done seen
I
porn
got
on
suspended
Facebook,
from Facebook for talking about COVID.
and they will suspend you for that. I done seen the N word slide up and down Facebook. They ain't gonna suspend you for that. Not gonna suspend you for it. I look at a lot of things, man. You say you you man, listen, they make evil fair seeming right now. They said half of Detroit is owned by Asia. Who owned Detroit? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to know. Who owned it? Because if half of Asia owned it, then they had to sell it. It had to be a buyer and a seller. We found out who owned now, but who sold it?
Usually private landowners.
I would like to know who the private landowners was that sold it.
I mean, several dozen.
Yeah, I would like to know.
So Asian countries, in this case, it's usually Japan. We're just looking for a way to get into the American auto market. The best place for that was Detroit. So if someone's selling their house, okay, we're going to buy that up. We're going to try buying up everything in this area. Oh, look, this office building is going up for sale. We're going to buy that. They're buying everything.
But they're being allowed to buy everything. It's a difference. It's being allowed to buy it. And I'm looking
We had
at
no laws against foreign interest buying property in the United States. Hell, we still don't have any of those.
Can you go in other countries and buy stuff up like that too?
No, but the second you start you put those laws in place in the United States, everyone starts screaming racist. So it's a fucked if you do, fucked if you don't situation. No, you don't want non-Americans buying? Okay, well.
I mean, so that would be considered racist for non-Americans. I don't look at that as being racist. I look at racist.
You don't.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let that be just thrown on there like that. I look at racist with been happening to us. That's racist. Like you can't go in certain areas, sundown towns. That's racist. You know,
yeah.
I didn't watch them let foreigners come in and be able to get bank loans, and blacks been here and couldn't get none. That's racist. I'm just wanting to define it better than just because you saying you're not because we're not letting certain people. Hell, we don't own nothing in our neighborhood. It said Delphi was bought by who owned the Delphi that sold it? Katie Saving. They said Philip Johnson, but people are being required to provide birth certificates for stuff. Well, they said, I mean, but once again, if they making you, evidently they feel like it's a illegal problem here. If they making you want to show birth certificates, I'm not telling nobody show no birth certificate. I can't make a law or write it up or nothing. I still look at the same people who crying about it. And I'm talking about our lawmakers, because regular folk on the bottom, we can't tell who to come here and who can't, to be honest with you. We can't tell. I don't run no board or own no board. Let me see. It said they use that not said right against black people. Facts. Let me see. Honestly, it matters little what we want. We need to learn to navigate what is left of our society. Changes are coming. Still will not be invited to the table for those changes, proposals. Facts. And I do agree with that. Facts. Would you say Mr. Davis would defy the outer thought of blacks not owning anything? I mean, we did at one time, but far as like all these buildings and they saying like the farm. Listen, let me see. We have people born here, lived here 40 years or better, but their name sounds this or that. And people give them grief over it. Listen, my thing is this: far as we listen. This far as this immigration situation, I don't know really who to blame, but I'm not finna get caught up in it. I'm not going to say the Michigan birth certificate are from ancestry. Okay, even the sound of someone's voice can change how people talk to them. So I mean, listen, my thing on this, and I've been telling y'all on this immigration, on this. You got, I mean, I guess in every country you're gonna have rules and regulations. It just is what it is. You know, you're gonna have rules and regulations. If you knew you had 10 million here, if you dispute, I mean, you disperse them in the low impoverished areas, and how you come in and gather them, I blame them on the people who brought, who brought them in on this situation, then crying about it. Let me see. The president doesn't make decisions without the approval of Congress. The importance of going to meetings and contacting your councilmen, women to change things. Dude, don't people even pay attention to you when they get up in there? To be honest with you, it seems like when we can't even get local politicians to listen to us here. We can't even get local politicians to listen to us right here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You can't. It's hard to get a council person to listen to you. You know how many times them council people ask them people to come down there, what would they want to do? Remember Mays did the thing about what did they want to do with the opera money? Remember all that? Did any of them people take heed to what the people did? I'm pretty sure that none of the Flint residents wanted none of them people on council giving money to their nonprofits. Was that in there? And proposal the council people can get nonprofit, get some of the opera money. I know that wasn't in there.
I'm sorry, I'm still lost on why birth certificates and showing citizenship is hard. I mean, do you not control your own vital records? If you don't, as an adult, I worry about your ability to function in society. Oh, you have to show a marriage license. You don't know where that's at. Is it really that hard to keep track of your own vital records? Your own social security card?
Your driver's license, that ain't sufficient.
Depends on the driver's license. But yeah.
To even get an ID, you need your birth certificate, social security card. So wouldn't driver's license be sufficient, or?
Driver's licenses are very easily fraud or faked. Hell, I had a fake ID when I was a kid. But you know what's hard to fake? The official water stamped and sealed paper that a birth certificate comes on with the seal of the state that you were born in.
But this is what I want to say though, on that. Who really walking around with their birth certificate in their wallet? So because basically that's what you said.
I'm not saying in your wallet. Hey, if you have to take it to go register to vote, take it to go register to vote. If you have to take it to go and vote, is it not somewhere in your house easily accessible? Oh, it's voting day. In my case, let me go open up my safe and grab my birth certificate, my wife's birth certificate, and our marriage certificate. Is it that hard?
Well, teacher lady said it is when your abusive partner takes your documentations. With docs, he said.
Okay.
Looking at this, let me look at the other. Voter suppression. Driver's license won't work if the SAVE bill passes.
Okay.
You said if Santana, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. I know you have to go get, but like, so basically, you just to go vote, you're gonna need your birth certificate and driver's license, and you will be cool
passport.
With that. So okay, we got to do just to go vote.
Forward, but yeah,
I'm saying just to go vote.
Yeah.
And I can agree with that. Some laws and rules are credited for targeting. I get it. I mean, listen, if you listen, coming in with I'm just saying, if you're gonna have to have them papers on you like every day, ain't who gonna be walking around? Who gonna be walking around with their birth certificate, passport on them? I'm just saying. But now, if you saying to go to the voting, what's the name? You know what I'm saying? What can I do? I can't change it, but I'm just being honest with you. I don't know how many people gonna, because then it is. Let's look at it this way. We'll say, okay, just for voting. But what about moving around the city? Because if we do this, if you just say that's just for voting, what about they gonna want you to have it on you just moving through the city or moving through your towns? And then, like, where do it stop at? That's my question. I'm asking you. Like, you just saying for voting, right? Just need
just
to vote
for voting. That's all the bill says, just for voting. There is no other bill to have it on you at all times, to any of that, just for voting, to make sure that you are a U.S. citizen to vote. I've told you before, you want to know how easy it is to get registered to vote in California? Go get a driver's license. That's it. You can get a driver's license as a non-resident, non-citizen,
but I thought
and you're still registered.
Paper, so you didn't have to show, because when I went, I had to.
It's illegal. In California, it is illegal to ask for proof of citizenship. So you're still registered, even if you don't have. How do I put this?
Here's a question for you in here. But why are our driver's license compromised? They no longer good enough to confirm citizenship?
No, because you can get a driver's license as a non-citizen.
You know, people can get fake passports, fake birth certificate. You can duplicate everything, to be honest with you. So I'm just saying, but with the technology that we got, and that's what I thought, your license has to match your birth certificate. That's what I was thinking of. I just, like, we even got this new stuff when you had to go. What's the thing you got on your ID? I had to take my birth certificate and my
real ID.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, because they weren't accepting it no more. I had to go take my Social Security card and my birth certificate to get the new ID. That's not even good enough.
There's one for you.
Once again, I ask it again. So what was the purpose of us getting these so-called real IDs if it's not a real ID, if I still got to have?
For you to travel back and forth between U.S. and Mexico or U.S. and Canada. It's in its own way a mini passport.
And Mark Hudson, I agree with you on this. The SAFE Act ain't about voter ID. It's about suppression, making it hard to vote. The government knows who we are with the press. If it was a button, we used to have to guess how many beans in a jar to vote. I listen. That's what I'm trying to see. Where do it stop at? Because it's gonna go from, you got to go from city to city or town to town. Because it was a time you had to have your papers. That was the show when you was free. I'm just trying to figure out why are we having a hard time? If you said to get the real ID, you have to have your birth certificate and your Social Security card. So now they can duplicate the real IDs now. I'm just saying, it's like, so what is the technology? What's going on? Because they can do birth certificates and your what's the name? When you had to have that here too, Constant. I'm telling you, when I lost my ID, I went and got the new ID. I had to go with my birth certificate and my Social Security card. Well, I mean, listen, ain't nothing I can do. I got my birth certificate. I got my Social Security card. I'm just saying, are we gonna have to be riding around with it every day? Is the only point I'm asking. I'm just asking, family. I could be wrong. I'm just asking, is it gonna stop? Like, when is it going to stop? Going back to, we gotta have papers. I'm just trying to figure it out. Katie Saban, I know you got to take your birth certificate because I had to go do mine. That's what I'm saying. Like, but listen, it's just they gonna. Like, make America great again. I guess that's what we're going back to. I don't get it. I'm just trying to. I have my DL and have one in Michigan since 1987. Now they're making the change to have to qualify for real ID. I still call BS. Listen, I took my birth certificate, social security card, facts, but but I guess it's not real. I'm telling you, I went and got my mom can't get a real ID because her name doesn't match her birth certificate. I'm trying to listen. It's more nonsense that's coming up. That's all I'm saying. More. But I'm not mad at it. Look, in Rome, you got to do what the Romans do. They say you needed it. I'm just hoping that we ain't finna be having to have papers. I gotta have this on me every day. That's crazy. If I'm not going to Canada, I shouldn't have to be riding with my passport. If I'm not going to I get it if I'm finna go over to them places, but just for me going to the grocery store or going to the local store, I shouldn't have to have that. In states where there's voter required, there's very little voter fraud. The same as a non-voter ID. The elite don't want you to vote. They never have. I just really want to know how much voter fraud is going on.
Well, credible claims by researcher James Agressi said that 10 to 27% of non-citizens are illegally registered to vote, and predicted that about 5 to 13% of them will illegally vote in the next presidential election.
They assuming.
Yeah. But I mean, if already, because this is verified, 10 to 27% of non-citizens are registered to vote. That's verified.
Yeah, well, Carol Kincaid, less than 2% voter fraud. I'm just looking. Maybe she pulling up something less than 2% voter fraud. To be honest with you, I don't know. You can find any number. It depends on who want to. They can cook the book. Look, book's going to be cooked by both sides. You're going to have both sides trying to justify this what it is. It is, listen, whatever they going to do, they going to do. They going to make it. Listen, they going to make, I get it. And I keep telling y'all, I get it. I understand it. I'm with you. Why would you need all that if you're a legal American citizen? That's what I'm trying to figure out. There's a search stating than less than 2% voter fraud. 2% voter fraud. There's research stating less than 2% voter fraud, but yet we gonna go.
Someone in the township, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, get arrested for voter fraud and election fraud.
Who was it doing? Is you talking about the Gleason thing?
Believe it.
I'm not for sure. Yeah, I had to be reminded. Bonnie Vanner said, "Do you want people voting with no identification?" I didn't say not bring no identification. I thought the real driver's license should have been sufficient. Who is it that you don't want to vote? That's the real question. See, we just bullshit.
People that don't have a vested interest in my country's outcome.
Well,
so
basically,
you have a vested interest, right? Now, someone who, say, has an interest in, say, their country getting a more lenient or favorable view from the United States, I don't want them voting.
It is for you, Trevor. It said, person in township, how many percent is that? And I'm looking at Philip Johnson. Said overall fraud by voters directly proven has been less than 3%. It said if you are arrested, that means the system worked.
Not until after the fact, because there's no mechanism in the United States to overturn an election. For one, for two, one person in the township. Okay, Carol, but how are large elections decided? It isn't popular vote. It's points. And if you can flip a point, flip 2 points, flip 3 points, just from a county or 2 or 3, you can flip an entire state. That easy.
I'm looking Constant said because they let too many illegals in the country now. they trying to fix. And I'm looking at what Alan said, a digital voting machine is not to be trusted. Anything digital can be alternated with a tap of a button.
I'm still saying do away with anonymous voting. Don't go in a booth, go up in front of everyone and tell them how you vote. Watch it be tallied.
I'm looking at Denise Hudson. I'm 69 years old. The last election I found out I had friends my age that had never voted, had never had a voter's registration because they had never voted. So since 1974, they never once voted, but bitch about president. Okay, those who want to vote Democrat because this is a Republican bill, they know they will lose the seats. Let me see. Voter frauds get passed in Michigan, and the state board calls them common mistakes. See, people. This is about illegal immigrants. That's the point I was trying to say. Why we study dancing around it. We know who it is that they don't want to vote. It's the Latino community. That's what this really what this whole thing about papers and everything about. I don't know why we playing. I don't even know why we playing. I'm just saying this is what it's about. They let a lot of the Latin community in, and right now, and they worried about it.
Not just Latin. I mean, hell, they've got a couple Russian folks. Now, mind you, it's not as widespread as I believe it is, but several Russian folks, illegal immigrants, trying to vote in U.S. elections. Why? Because they look white, so they didn't think that they would be caught. Well, that's not right. Ukrainians, I mean, people of all the Slavic and Baltic nations coming around here into the United States and trying to vote in our elections, trying to get favorable, whatever's toward their country. Oh, this guy seems like he's going to be rough and not give us as much aid. We need to make sure he doesn't get elected.
But is they sending ICE after them? That's the thing. We ain't seen ICE going after no Ukrainians and all of them. We seen ICE going right after on what I know what the TV showing. TV showing Hispanic. You show me where they putting on.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Fox News and see if they got it too.
Fuck Fox News. Go to Homeland Security.
No, I'm just saying, but they not. I'm saying what they showing on TV. I'm not saying what they not showing on mainstream media. I'm saying what they showing on mainstream media. That's
you and I agree that mainstream media isn't to be trusted.
Yeah, but that's the point. But they own mainstream media, and that's what most people watch, Trevor, and that's what they gonna get. They not gonna hear about they going after Ukrainians. I'm saying who they showing on TV, what communities they going after. I'm saying what they putting out there. Shit, it's crime to go in every other neighborhood, but it's only ones they gonna highlight like that. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Your media gonna dictate how the people feeling.
All right, there's by area of responsibility.
It said Latinx will not give me no water. Damn, Eva, that's Ava. That's how they played you over there, Latinx. Only thing I can say, Ava, is called Latinx. So the Russian push began in the late 70s. They just finding it now. They didn't look. See, but we get from the media who we pick and choose on who we should like, what we should be mad about. That's what it just messes me up. We picking and choosing like what we mad about. I get it. They let a lot in, and now they don't know what to do with it. They worried about elections. Okay, you don't want people in. But I got a question for you, Trevor. Is America interfering with other countries' elections?
That could be a yes and a no, but more than likely yes.
Now, ain't that something? I'm just saying that should be that's kind of that's hypocritical. If you interfering in other people's elections and you don't think they're gonna interfere in your election, maybe if you stay out of their election, they'll stay out of your election.
That's probably not gonna happen.
Well, this is what's gonna happen. I feel you, Maria. So they're going at the brown folks, Haitians next on the list. They say U.S. never failed to influence elections they have interest in. All the time, teacher. Hey, thank you, teacher. That's what I'm just saying. We interfere in other people's election. It's like you can hit me, but I can't hit you back. I'm just saying the whole thing is you let it, you let, I mean, and this goes back to what I'm saying. It goes back to the voting. Listen, and y'all go, family, go read that book. What I told y'all, it's by Pat Buchanan, Death of the West. Yo, I got to put this back up with y'all again to show y'all. Hey, Mark Hudson. But see, we don't look at it like that. What, we just removed the Venezuelan president. I think that's affects the election and about to do it in Iran. But that's the thing. We don't like we can't see it. We can't see when we do it, it's all right. Where the hell are those? Hey, listen, I don't know where they brought them Afrikaners from. We said, can they vote? They were fast tracked to citizenship. Ain't nobody mad at that when they brought them Afrikaners over. But I keep telling y'all, go read that book. Y'all be thinking, oh, Otis don't know nothing. Go read the book. Didn't you hear what Joe Biden, when he was talking to the blacks, when he said, hey, get with the Latin community? He said 2040. What Pat Buchanan said 2030. So you looking at America, the numbers can change. I mean, we pick and choose who we want to fast track. Let me see what we aren't anything in the Middle East with the tolerance. Hey, listen, that's what I was saying with Tucker Carlson, but I'm gonna play it when I get back later on, and you'll see what I'm saying. We is letting a lot of. So I'm furious about the Africana fast track, but but then nobody say nothing about that. We're not saying nothing about that. That's why I'm telling you, you can go back and look at yourself. You think we finna be just deporting them? We sending money over there to Ukraine. The issue is about what the just go look at the book Death of the West, Pat Buchanan. You can go see some of his stuff on CNN, on YouTube. You can go pull him up. But he was talking about this in the early 90s on what's going on right now. But go back, y'all go watch. A lot of people scream about that. Yeah. Go back and look what Pat Buchanan was saying. And then maybe then we can have a real debate. Go watch what Pat Buchanan is saying, and you can understand why we having such a problem right now. And you looking at it. If we 12% or 14%, what is the Latino community? I mean, what is theirs? What they have 16% or maybe 15%. Before you know it, you'll have a 52-49 type of percentage. See, look, Katie Saban said Ukraine is getting pensions thanks to the U.S. for paying for their pensions. Wow. But yet we won't even feed our people here or fix the water here in Flint.
Hispanic Latino population is 65.2 million, so 19.5%.
See? And what blacks is 12, right? And they're the fastest rising population right now in America. So if you're looking at 19, you got blacks at 14.
13.7 to 14.4.
See, I wasn't too far off. So that's almost like 48 million, right?
48.3.
See? Y'all see? Otis know a little math. Shout out to the Flint school system. They got me through that. Shout out to them. So when you looking at that and you put that 48 to that, what, 94? In another 10 years, that can easily turn into 25 for one, 18 for the other one. I'm just saying, go look, just go. If it was a big thing about voting, and like you said, you know, you won't vote people that's voting for what you want. I get it. That's the thing what we be looking at. That's just like that Congress. I get it. If the Congress was made up of down there some 48, 49, we'd get a whole lot of different stuff did. We wouldn't be begging about getting the George Floyd bill passed or the HR 40 bill. We wouldn't be worrying about a lot of this other stuff that we need done. But that's why this ain't on us this time. Well, I can tell you in the inner city with the blacks, that's hell of abortion clinics. We got one right up the street from where I'm at. As soon as I get out, I pass the abortion clinic every day. It's in the coming months, the latest group. It said a second group of white Afrikaners have been quietly arrived in the U.S. under President Donald Trump resettlement program, as estimated 8,000 Afrikaners are expected to be resettled. In the coming months, the latest group landed in Atlanta and will join others in southern states such as Texas, the Carolinas, and Kansas. There ain't nobody hollering about that right there. I'm just trying to figure out, like, now I get it, man, but you bring it in. That's why I say it's so much politicking, but look, it is what it is, family. Well, but where are they? Where are they? What really is their countries? What countries do the Afrikaners come from? Do anybody know what country they come from before they got to South Africa?
Have 2, 3, Netherlands, England, and you have Irish.
Them are the Afrikaners, because I'm looking on here.
The white folks that live in South Africa.
Yeah, that's what they call themselves, the Afrikaners. They German and Dutch.
Dutch being Netherlands.
Dutch. Yeah, okay, they were Dutch. All right, thanks, Concrete Jungle. They're Dutch. So why would you send them back to Dutch?
You mean to the Netherlands?
Yeah, why would we send them back to where they came from? Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I'm just saying, this is how we get back off into these situations again. Oh, hey, Trevor, I gotta go. I got a doctor's appointment. I'll get you right back. You got any last words? Yeah, hey, thanks for telling me that too. I got a doctor's appointment. I gotta be gone. Peace, family.
Later.